Hey everyone, welcome to Girl Educate Yourself. I'm Kristen Cantrell.
And I'm Angela Fazio, and today's guest is Monda Clemons. She's from right here in Chandler, Arizona, and she's going to talk to us about a great topic, I think, how to bounce back after divorce.
Yes, I can't wait. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Monda?
I moved to Arizona in 99. I've been in Chandler, Gilbert since then. I have 3 daughters, 21, 20, and 13. And one at ASU, one at NAU, and one in middle school.
Nice.
Middle school. I feel you.
I grew up with 3 girls. It was me and my 2 sisters. So that's why I said, whew, I know exactly how that goes.
It's a challenge some days.
Yes, it is.
All us girls, everyone's a challenge, but girls are especially a challenge growing up.
Especially around 13. Woo, yeah. Get ready for the ride.
Some days I'm not sure if I'm making it.
I'm with you. I've got one that just turned 15 today, and she's, for lack of a better phrase, a shit show right now.
Yeah, I feel that for sure.
So tell us a little bit about your topic, about how, a little bit about your story, bouncing back from divorce. I know that there are so many people who need to hear how you navigated that time in your life.
Yes.
All right. Actually, I knew that I was going to get divorced. So in my head, I said, if you're doing this, you need to make sure that you're never going to go back. Like, prep yourself, pack your parachute. So when you walk out that door, that you're never going back. There was no reason for you to go back. Scariest time of my life. Scariest time. So I decided, I already had my license in real estate. So I decided I was going to join a team that I knew that was going to put me in a really good position instead of just being on my own. Like, I needed that leverage, the name, the support. So I had a friend who I went to real estate school with who was with Darwin. And I said, can you get me on this team? I'm going to get divorced and I need to make sure that I can, take care of myself. And not that I knew that I wasn't going to get, alimony, child support, that kind of stuff, but I still needed to support myself. And I never worked. I was a stay-at-home mom. So I joined his team and do what?
I said, I can see why you would be afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I worked for Darwin for a year and got my business off the ground, and decided, all right, you're in a position now, you've got enough business, you can go ahead and launch, for lack of a better word. So I came home one day and I said, I'm done. Like, he's like, you're never going to make it. And I said, no, I will. And he's like, you're not. And I said, no, I'll be fine. And he said, you're not going to have the life that you have now. Your life's going to change, blah, blah. And I go, and I'm okay with that. So there were times from the time I walked away until even today, there was times where I scared. It was scary for me. There were times I'm like, that first year, I'm like, I'm just going to quit. Like, I'm not going to make this. I need a job. Like, I don't have, a steady income. I didn't have health insurance, all the things that I was used to having. And Darwin and my team backed me 100%. And they're like, you're not quitting. You're going to get out there and you're going to figure out how to make it. And I've done that. Like, I've had to hustle and work my A off to get to where I am. And like, my team supports me 100%. They're always cheering me on. And they even will laugh now going, remember when you were going to walk away? And I go, I do. Like, I was scared. I mean, I literally sat down in my office with Darwin and my team and cried and said, I don't think I can do this. And they're like, you're going to do this and you're going to do just fine. So yeah, I'm like, I had no other choice but to survive. I'm like I said, I know I had alimony and I had child support, but that's only going to be there for, a short amount of time. So, I mean, I got out there and I just put myself out there, which was hard. I was a stay-at-home mom. I'm not used to networking and doing a business and all that kind of stuff. So when I had to hustle and I had to learn how to make a name for myself.
How long ago was that?
It's been 2 years.
Wow, you're just on the other side of it.
And we talk about all the time, like, who you surround yourself with matters. And especially when you're going through something like divorce, or if you're a new mom, or there's just so many different scenarios where it's like, surround yourself with a group that's going to lift you up like that and push you and motivate you. And I'm so glad you found that.
Yeah, not let you quit. So so if I'm getting really practical, 100%, it's your tribe that helped, that helped you stay positive and not quit and encourage you and just know that they have your back. what are some other things like that you did for yourself or that helped you? Was it just those people, or were there some other things that just motivated you to keep going?
My kids was my motivation, my main motivation. Like I knew that there were 3 people relying on me, and not, like I said, not that I didn't have support, but that only goes so far. Like, alimony barely covers, your expenses, and my kids had needs. So that was my thing. I'm like, I needed to make sure that everyone was taken care of. And that was my driving force, was my kids. And I also knew that I had 3 girls. So I had to be a role model for those girls. Mm-hmm. Like even when I was getting divorced, I said, why are you showing your 3 girls that it's okay to live this way? It's not okay. Like you need to be the badass. You can do it. And that's what I needed to be for my girls. I needed to show them that, you know what, you can survive. You don't need to rely on a man. You don't need to, you can make it in the world by being a girl.
Yes, you can.
You're not the first person that we've talked to about this. We talked to a woman who had to get herself strong for 4 years before she had, in her mind, the strength and the ability to walk away from something that was really abusive. Mm-hmm. And it's sometime in the past now for her, but her children thank her for being strong enough to make that. I got just goosebumps, like to be strong enough. And I know divorce is not good on kids. I get it. I've been divorced, and it's a situation, but it's worse to stay in a situation that models the wrong kind of relationship. So I applaud you that you were strong enough to do that. That is definitely really scary.
And I'm not trying to paint him in a bad light. I mean, by any means. It just was not a good relationship. It wasn't a good thing for my kids to see and to think that that's what marriage was about. And no, and I prepped for that first year. I mean, I worked with Darwin and prepped myself. But I mean, there was prep probably going back 2 years before that I knew in my head. And when I went to counseling and did therapy, and I'm like, I knew that I just needed to get my head straight and get past some things so that when I did leave, I was never going to go back. And I needed to show my kids, you know what, you can do hard things. And there were times when I was looking for a place to live, I would break down and cry. And my kids are like, Mom, you're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. It doesn't matter where we live. We're all together. That's all that matters.
Wow. That's really awesome of your kids to be like that.
Yeah. I think that had to have been such a huge life lesson for them.
Oh, and and my kids will tell me today, Mom, like, I'm so proud of you. Like, wow, you've done amazing. And I said, yeah, but you can do the same thing. You can get out there and you can kill it.
Yes, so true.
And I love our industry. There aren't that many industries that can give you that power to overcome those kinds of circumstances and make as much money or as much of a life as you want to make for your children. You could have gone the job route, but the job route has so many bad things about it, long term.
Yeah. And this fits my schedule with my kids. So I have that flexibility. Like if I need to pick my kid up from school or I need to be home with her after school, I could do that.
Awesome. Well, do you have any words of advice for any women who might be listening right now going, all right, give me some hints here. What do I need how do I need to think about this? Like, not that I'm not encouraging our audience to divorce.
No,
not doing that. But I'm just saying, if you're in a situation that's unhealthy, what advice would you give somebody?
Surround yourself with amazing people who support you and people who will pick you up when there's nothing left to give, and they give you that strength that you need. And lean on those people, and like I said, just surround yourself with those who are going to have your back. Sometimes you have friends who you think they're your friends, and when everything goes away, they're no longer your friends. So, you need to make sure you have that group of people who will just uplift you and pull you through the shit.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for all of your advice and being vulnerable with our audience, letting people know and be encouraged that there is a brighter side to a really dark situation.
There is. Trust me. Yeah. It seems bad. It gets better.
Yes, that's true. It does get better. So thank you so much for your wise words and counsel, Monda.
Yes, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay, stay on for a minute. Thank you guys for watching or listening. We will talk to you again.